Hello everyone, this is Sam Spade with another tutorial in the Buttons Design and GameMaker Studio 2.3 series. In this tutorial, we'll be making a grabbable button. Let's jump right into the code. Okay, let's create the grabbable parent. We will name it grabbable parent. It needs to be the child of button parent. We need to inherit the create event like normal. Grabbable parent inherits. We will inherit the activate button method. But we also need the variable grabbed, set it to false, because the activate button method is simply going to set grabbed to true. And then we're going to want an update function for our actual objects. We'll name that one grabbed update. It'll be a method. And again, in the parent, we'll just set up a default method. So show message, we'll just print out grabbed. And then we'll overwrite this method in the concrete buttons that inherit from the grabbable parent. Let's move this up. Now we need a couple different mouse events. We need our left pressed parent. Let's call this one grab. And this is our primary interact, so we can just use the interact method. Then we need the global left released. We'll call this one let go grabbable parent. And it will just be grabbed equals false. It's important to note that because this is a global left release event, it will actually trigger whenever you release the left mouse button. So all buttons that inherit from grabbable parent, anytime you let go of the left mouse button, will have this event triggered and grab will be set to false. For what we're doing, that's fine. There's no issues with that. But perhaps if you coded things differently, you might want to put some checks in here to make sure that the button was grabbed first. Or that it was grabbed before setting it to false or something like that. And now we need the last and most important event, which will be mouse global left down. And this calls the grabbed update. Grabbable parent. So if grabbed, because we only want this to fire if it's grabbed, then we want to run our grabbed update method. So here's our grabbed update method. It will run whenever the button is grabbed and we're still holding down the mouse. And we're going to overwrite this in a specific or concrete instance of our grabbable parent, which let's make that now. We'll name this one object slider. We'll give it just a plain white sprite. It needs to inherit from grabbable parent. It needs its own variable. We'll call it ymax. And then we just need to update its method. So we want to inherit just like before. And then we want to come over here, copy our grabbed update, come in here, rename this to slider, inherits. We want this slider to track the Y position of the mouse. In 2.25, we did the X position. Here we'll do the Y position and it will just be Y equals clamp, mouse Y, Y start, and Y max. Now we can put this button in the room. So let's see, we want it to start here. We want it to be able to slide to here, and that Y position is 525. So let's put it back here and then go to its own variable and set that to 525. And that should be it. Let's run this and see if it works. Okay, so here we are. All of our buttons work. And we can slide it. We haven't fixed the double selecting thing, and we'll do that in the next tutorial. But that's it for this one, and we now have our slider. Let's look at our diagram quickly. You can see that we now have two interact types that inherit directly from button parent. We have tap button parent as well as grabbable parent. I did get rid of a couple of these objects over here just so we could see it more clearly. And our grabbable parent has its own variable grabbed. It inherits activate button from button parent. And then it creates its own default method, GrabbedUpdate, for its children to inherit, such as object slider, inheriting and overriding GrabbedUpdate with what it wants to do in its own update. We made it match the mouse Y position. You could have made it match the X position or do something else entirely. And that's it. In the next video, we'll be recreating the mouse manager and we'll get to see some script files in 2.3. Thanks for watching.